Let's do it.
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to another episode of Quite Ordinary Podcast. Yes, sir. There we go. It's me, your boy, Earth the Creator, a.k.a. the Awful Dodger, a.k.a. the Big Stepper, a.k.a. the Governor. Rich Sadie Kwan, shout out to your baby mamza. And we got a special episode for y'all today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? A special episode today. We've got the...
Yes, sir. You understand.
I understand. One half of the... Yes, sir. I'm excited about this one. You know, first time we've ever had a fellow podcaster.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Nah, it's
on
gonna
this
be,
one.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of words.
We got a lot of things to break down.
100%.
It's gonna be a special one. All right. But first of all, let's just shout out to our sponsor, Moonlight and West. Yes, sir. As you might know, we do work with them. They're based in the UK. We're based here in SA, and we are coming together to bring something special in South Africa for the first time on the 25th of October. Only Alter Egos, of which you were very key in putting together as well. So shout out to you for that.
I played a small part.
Yeah, small
you,
things.
you guys were key. Me, I'm the last credit.
The
when
last
the credits
credit.
roll.
No, man, shout out to you, bro, for for helping us put that together.
Nah,
But
shout out
yeah.
to you guys for doing things that are important to. It's one thing to say stuff on a platform or with the people, but like when you're actually doing it, that's when you're impacting people. That's when and on the day, it's gonna be magic, man.
Yeah. You gonna be there?
Maybe I'll fly down for it actually.
Oh, snap, bro! You're
It's
here,
the wedding, bro.
It's the wedding. It's the wedding.
Guys are getting married, bro. And now when guys are getting married, you have to drop everything.
You've got to.
You got to, bro. Big life moments.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so us and Moonlight and West, we've got a genuine partnership, friendship going on. You know what I'm saying? They are very supportive of emerging talent in South Africa's grassroots scene, just like we are. And our collaboration with Moonlight and West and Quite Ordinary Podcasts is going to expand into more countries in the future, building global bridges through music, man.
Fire.
You know, I see you also on that too.
Nah.
You know, you're all about building.
Nah, building is everything. I think building and community is everything.
Yeah.
Because like when you're doing things together, it's more fun, man.
It is.
I believe.
I've been watching some of your videos, man, your clips. So yeah, I get your mindset.
Yeah, what are you resonating with?
Everything you're saying.
Appreciate you,
Especially if one group can come together here, you know, you bring your fan base of 1,000, and you bring your
Yeah. I haven't been 100% successful. In that one.
I was hearing
I
heard about I heard about that too.
But I think we're getting closer to it. I think there's a lot of people, specifically in Cape Town and the entertainment space and the event space, that are doing amazing things. They're really laying their footprint, and I think they're just in conjunction what we're doing with Untamed, which just literally is just trying to put Cape Town on the map, you know. Showcase what we're doing, and then collaborate more with people from Joburg, and then now it's people from different diasporas in Africa. Now you're already doing amazing things, partnering with people that aren't even on the continent. So I think literally the goal and the vision is world domination, but that's not world domination in some way where, not some dictatorship way. It's a thing of like world domination that like this world is ours. For real. So like we all have to put our hands together and actually shape it in a way that we want to, you know. And that's in entertainment. That's in everything you're doing. True.
But let's get to the introduction.
The nitty-gritty. Nah, hit me with it.
We've got a published poet, podcast host, creative entertainment in the music scene, entrepreneur, speaker, multi-award-winning tech entrepreneur, UCT alumni. Your CV is long, bro. Director of Strategic Growth and Partnerships, Greenback Media Group, entertainment and music entrepreneur, Chief Strategy Officer for the Bowling Club, Entrepreneur Arion Power, podcast host, obviously, for the Posties podcast, which y'all are doing some things right there, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out to you guys. As I mentioned, UCT alumni. Yeah, man. You're doing things, dog. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Thembalethu Hadebe.
Appreciate the intro.
Shout out to you, bro.
You're saying I'm doing things. When you were saying in the beginning, I was like, how many AKAs does this guy have, man? Yo, bro. They know you in the streets, man.
They know me.
But I appreciate the intro, man. Just trying to praise God and work hard, you know?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Come on, bro. Come on. So, yeah, bro, we've got a lot to get through.
Where you want to start, my brother?
Bro, walk me through. Because looking at everything that you do, man, to be real, that's it's a lot. So walk me through the moment you realized you could be both, or you could be all of these things.
To be honest with you, I don't think that moment has arrived.
Yeah.
Cause like just the way I approach my life, I don't necessarily approach my life and say that, okay, I'm trying to do everything at once.
Yeah.
I'm passion driven.
Yeah,
I'm trying to connect with people. I'm trying to connect with the stuff that I'm doing to reach my goals. Right. And sometimes I don't know what that's gonna be. Like an example of that, like I picked up a film camera this year, and just started using it. And that's
for the first time.
Yeah. From that, like a couple of my boys, Sishi and Tiamo, would always have it out, and I'd always wait for them to develop it so I can see the pictures they took with me. And I was like, you know what? No, let me actually start doing this thing. And like, I just really enjoyed that kind of thing. And then it feeds into all the other things I'm doing, where now some of those shots have been used for some of my artists, like album arts or in promotional material and stuff like that. And then you're just being able to capture moments through a film lens. Cause I think like film is just so, it's like retro. You know, it's like a throwback in itself, but like it still captures what's happening in the moment right now. And that's what I love about film. But just to answer your question about everything, like when I sit down and do think about it, I'm just like, those are the moments where I get overwhelmed, where I'm like, am I doing too much? Am I spread too thin? But that's when I kind of like try to center myself as like my why. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I connected to this? Like when, if it ever happens that I drag my feet to edit a podcast episode, then I remember that if I'm not editing this thing, who am I letting? Who is? But also, who am I letting down? I'm letting down my partner in crime, Alex. I'm letting down the whole Posties family. You know, and like what I like that I have people in my life that are extremely understanding. That okay, cool. Like you need time to rest. You need time to do this. You need time to do that. But I do think that pressure that you put on yourself to meet your potential is important. Because I'm also not trying to be a fly by night in this life thing. You know, I'm trying to enact positive change in everyone's life that I can. You know, because I've been grateful to be blessed by that in my life. People have literally come into my life without even knowing it, and I try my best to tell people that the blessings that they've dinged me, even if they don't know about it, whether it's a conversation, whether it's a helping hand, whether it's advice, whether it's all these things. I think they're all really necessary so that we all get to wherever we're trying to go.
For real, bro. That's power, bro. Shout out. You don't get many people like that, though.
Do you think so, eh?
Nah, you don't, dude. Trust me, I've been.
Like, I'm looking for them. Where are they?
Bro, I've been searching, though. But, all right. Tell me your Genesis story, though, bro. One thing that we do like to hear is, like, what made you, like, from the beginning to where we are today?
Wow, what made me me? I think there's multiple things that made me me today. It's definitely the way I was raised. All the way down from my grandparents to my parents, just from the whole family unit. There's definitely a set of morals, ethos, just ways to carry yourself. That the thing of like, no matter where you are, you're representing your family name, clan name, like you're literally representing everyone before you. And I kind of do try to move like that all the time. So I think it stems foundationally from that. And then it's communities and people. So like I've interacted with a lot of different communities and people in my life because I've moved around a lot. I was born in East London, lived there for 3 years, moved to Durban, lived there for 3 years, then moved to Joburg, in the east in Bedford View, actually not far from here.
Yeah.
Shout out. And then for high school moved to Sandton. And then after that moved to Cape Town. So that's a lot of moving and kind of restarting relationships each and every time. But
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah. But it's crazy in retrospect. And like, this is one of the reasons I love podcasting, because it's also a nice way to reminisce about certain stories that you don't necessarily remember if you're always trying to move forward. So then moving to Cape Town, and then it's just a thing of like, I feel like I've taken a little bit from each of those communities. And also I'm very lucky that I'm still in contact and like work with, and like I have friends in all of those kind of spaces wherever I've lived, where I've gone to school with, all of these, wherever I've worked, which I feel like also culminates to the person that I am now.
Yeah.
Am I the person that I thought I would be now? No. I think it's very hard to judge that, because life, you don't know what's coming.
For real.
You know, you don't know when you're going left, when you're going right. You don't know when there's a dip coming. You don't know when there's a thing coming. You just have to keep going.
You didn't think you'd be here. Yeah.
No.
Be the person that you are today. Yeah.
Even be here. Even be here. So 100%, man. So I don't think there's necessarily one thing that kind of culminated in the genesis of me.
Yeah,
I think there's
so many things.
There's a lot of things. And I think that's also quite a human experience. But like, you can only like really tap into it when you reflect. And you see that, okay, cool, maybe you're really consistent in the gym now. Maybe you weren't always consistent, or you have a story where your body type was a certain type of way and you wanted this, and then through hard work and consistency you got there. But then that's a life story, you know, and that's a journey that you decided to take. And sometimes life will put you on certain paths, but I do think that we do have the power to push back and be like, you know what, this is what I want for myself. This is what I want for the people around me. This is what I want for my future. And that's where like the autonomy of like life is like, I think that's the storytelling part of life, which I love. Yeah.
Where did the love for music come from?
Bro, Sundays, R&B in the house. People are doing their chores.
Sundays, I thought you took a tour about church, bro.
That's R&B. That's too. Right. That's. But the thing is, my earliest memories of music are those. I don't know if the church is like blocked out of my my memory or whatnot. Not in a negative way, but just specifically with the music.
Yeah.
But for me, it's definitely R&B music is the genesis of my love for music, because it's just the foundation for me. And then from then, it's just the thing of like, I've been lucky to like recently be a practitioner in like kind of like the music industry now. But most of my life has been just consuming, like going through different phases. Okay, cool. It started with R&B, then you discover house, then you discover hip hop, then you discover discover sci-fi and hip hop first. Then you just like, there's so many different genres, and like I think the genres changes also happened with my changes in like location.
Yeah.
So like moving to Joburg, I was starting to be influenced by different people now and listening to different music. When I moved to Sandton for high school, now I'm around white people more. So like I'm being now this techno and like tropical house and Swedish House Mafia is all hitting, and it's like stuff. It's stuff I've never.
It's really dope.
It's really dope, and like it's branded like, oh, this is white music, but I'm just like, guys, I kind of like really like this stuff, but like I don't know how to. So like, and then you become an adult, and now you have the autonomy to choose what you want to listen to now. If you want to listen to the punk rock or whatever, like, bruh, it's on you, and like. And then a little bit further into that, it's a thing of like, okay, cool. Like now I'm managing artists. Now I'm in a certain rooms where we're deciding what kinds of rollouts happen with certain things. And it's like, it's a lot of, it's a crazy, I wouldn't say full circle moment, because I don't think the circle is closed yet, because I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to weave and bob.
It looks like you do, bro.
Does it though?
It does, dog. You're always busy, dog. Yo, bro. I'm in a meeting, bro. The hardest working man in the industry right here.
Bro,
man.
I take it from the inspirations around me. Like I feel like I've got a lot of people who I look at and I'm just like, bro, how do you do it? How did you get there? How do you? And like you take lessons from like what other people do and like what they tell you when you're privileged to get that information and like the research you do. What's so beautiful about the internet? There's this other amazing podcast which I think is called The Manager's Playbook by Jesse Reyes' manager, and Jesse Reyes was here for Daisy recently.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful platform that can literally just talk about artists' journeys, managers' journeys, and like their trials and tribulations on the way to success. So like having platforms like that weren't even available 10 years ago, 20 years ago, where it's easier now to find your way. You know, it's still hard because right now I manage an Afro house DJ, a South African hip hop artist, and then a neo soul artist and an R&B artist. And I've never done this before. You know, so it's a thing of like, it's a lot of things where you're trying to figure it out on the go. You're trying to see what works or what doesn't. But like also my North Star is my guy happy? You know, is my artist happy? Is this what you want to do? Like if this isn't what you want to do, then what are we doing it for? Yeah. Like there's literally no point, especially if we chose a vocation like entertainment and like music where it's an art. Like we're privileged to be here. I feel like, and I have this little bit of an edgy take where I feel like there's certain industries where you should only be allowed to be in them if you love it. Because that love just makes the space for everything else and the creation so much better. If some people are, and don't get me wrong, people are going to be there to get the bag or whatnot. But once you find that community of the thing of like, okay, cool, another person just really loves music here, or you really love this here, you can create so much better. I have no idea where we are via the question right now.
We're on the money. We're at the money, actually. Speaking to what I was actually about to ask you, like, about everything that you're doing right now. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you're involved with Soke, right? Yeah.
So, off camera, we were talking a little bit of my history and how before I was entertainment, kind of before that, I had a startup that we started in university with the black sheeps of that cohort at UCT. We were put together in a group, and then we made a business together, and that business took off. And then after that, because it was in like the tech sector, and I realized after some time that it wasn't necessarily a space that I wanted to be in. It wasn't a space that I was interested. I was definitely very much intrigued by a lot of the things that it gave me: entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, all of these things that you're doing all the time. But like,
let them know what it was, bro. Let them know.
So 2020, the host said so, guys. You saw the host said I must chat my shit. I'm gonna chat my shit.
Come on.
So it's 2020. I'm studying at UCT, postgraduate in entrepreneurship, and then me and Cecilia Gele, Alan Gee, Brian Gadesian, and Duran Palsa, we start a business because that's what the course is about, starting a business, and then you get marked on certain things. And the business we started was called Arion Power, and our flagship product was the Wirebox. The Wirebox is a UPS system that keeps your Wi-Fi and your fiber online during load shedding. So this was huge because in 2020, that was the worst load shedding we had at the time, and there was COVID. So now there's the working from home thing, and then there's the load shedding thing that's happening all the time. So now we start selling. We start selling to corporates. We start selling to B2C. We start selling to suppliers, and we're still writing tests and going to thing. And we're essential workers. Stuff, exactly. So we're balancing all these kinds of things, and then the business kind of takes off. And then I ran that with my partners for about 3 years. And then in that like kind of third year was when it was kind of the ebbs and pains that I was feeling personally, just about what am I doing? Like, what am I doing with my life? I'm not as productive as I was before, but this is also my baby. So what are you doing? Just get over this whole. So after that, took a very amicable break. The partners were amazing and understanding through that. And then sometimes one of my friends, Shay, always says, you get to a quarter life crisis where you're like, okay, other people or other forces have been making decisions to get me to this certain point in my life. But now, do I want to be at that point? Exactly. Facts. So I got there and I was like, yo, what do I do next? And luckily enough, I got a phone call from someone that I was extremely inspired by at the time and still inspires me now, Tashinga, who hit me up and was like, yo, bro, at the time he was managing drama and doing marketing at Coco, and he had already had this flagship agency that's touched my university experiences because of the events they put on. Like they Untamed Authority was culture and still is culture. So when he hit me up, he was like, yo, I'm looking for someone to help me run my businesses because I'm stretched a little bit too thin here. I was like, yo, bro, funny enough, I got some time on my hands now.
I got time,
and I think I would like to tap into this. And then he was gracious enough to give me the reins and like kind of like guide me through what this was, because I think at the beginning of running, so Untamed Authority is a digital agency that manages talents, throws events such as Soke, as you mentioned, and then does a lot of brand work just to highlight and platform the culture in Cape Town. So at the start of it, I think I had a different lens towards what entertainment was as a patron and what it is as an actual thing, as I'm sure you're seeing now with putting together an event. Where it's the thing of like, you're not just there listening to the music, then you go home. You're thinking about what the bar is doing. You're thinking about where ticket sales are. You're thinking about all of these things. They remarketed. Are people really coming? Oh my goodness, it's raining.
How does it sound?
Exactly. So you're thinking about all these other things, and those aren't necessarily things that I thought of before taking that first plunge. But when I did, and I started like going through the growing pains and like throwing unsuccessful events, and now it's empty. You're losing money. Now there's pressure. Like all of these things. You're stressed, and now it's not a 9 to 5, it's 12 to 12. Like, it's different now. But through those growing pains, I think through communicating with Tashinga, I have a very loving and supportive girlfriend who was there the whole time. I have a great support structure with regards to my family and my friends. We made it work, and like now we're like learning and pushing. And then also I think the biggest thing for me was realizing that all the skills that I had before being a sales and marketing director at Arion Power were translatable here. Because if you can sell something there, you can probably sell something here. You're probably you just need to use a different kind of angle. So now I run that agency with Tashinga. He's also one of my artists now, which is a crazy. It's a crazy loop there. But I think one of the things we share is just a passion for working hard, but a passion for wanting more. And not just wanting more for ourselves, but wanting more for others. And like the goals are big, but I also think the goals need to be big.
For real, bro.
They need to be big. They need to be scary. Like there must be a thing of like, you must wake up at night and like, yo, how am I gonna do it? And then you get to work and then like you blink, and then like on the postage front, like when we got to 100 episodes, it was like, damn, like
we're here now.
You know what I mean? Like it's a freeing thing, because then once you prove to yourself that you can do it, now it's to prove to yourself, can you do it again? And again, and then all the things you get while you get there.
That's fire, man. That's fire. 100 episodes, guys. Yo. You are in a special group.
Bruh, whoever gets past 4 episodes, you're in a special group. You're already in the top 1% of podcasters of all time. If you just do more than 4, guys, just push. After 4,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 100 wasn't easy.
It wasn't, eh?
It was a lot of consistency, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm so grateful for having a partner in crime like Alex, who before that was already my best friend, is someone that I also manage now. But is someone that has also big dreams, big goals, and is a hard worker. So all of these things like kind of like connect, and like it was an easy way to start a business with someone who I want to spend more time with, and we can build something
That's
with.
key.
Like I'm sure you've seen growing a platform. There's things that have come from it which weren't on the original vision board. Where it's like, this is here now. And I'm like, wow. Like I didn't even think I was gonna get this. I didn't like now I have public speaking skills. Wow. Like I had them before, but I didn't think they were like this, you know? So you just gotta keep going. Like consistency is a driver, which it's not gonna pay day 1.
Definitely.
It's not gonna pay day 2 even. But those things accumulate, that little percentage at a time. And I think once you wake up one day and you're like, okay, I stayed consistent for X amount of time. Oh, and then you look around the room and it's like, yo, and it gave me that, it gave me that, it gave me that.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be proud of yourself, and then you're gonna want more.
For real. How did you get to the point where, although you did lean into it a little bit about how you got into like becoming an artist manager?
So with that, funny enough, I've never signed an artist that I've approached. Like
they have to choose you,
and I feel like it is important.
Exactly,
I do think it's an important
be.
way, because I see, and okay, actually this is shade. I do feel like there's a discrepancy in the industry where there are way more talented artists than talented managers or hardworking managers.
I
think there's a mismatch because there's so much talent, there's so many artists, but then you always hear these horror stories about how they're being mismanaged, or these opportunities aren't being taken, or this person took their money. Like there's so many horror stories like that where I'm like,
talk
guys,
about it.
The foundation of what we should be doing here is building this vision for this artist. They have these huge goals, they have this talent, they have everything at their disposal except the time and then probably a team to make that happen.
Yeah.
So like how I got into that, funny enough, I was an artist manager before even Arion Power. I was still doing my undergrad. And the first artist I ever managed was actually Sishi. And at the time, we were obviously close friends.
Yeah.
And I was just helping out with things because I was like, well, bro, I'm a huge fan anyway. Let me just help out. And that's kind of pretty much what happened with all the other artists in the future. But like, it's just a thing of like, I feel like also as artists, when you choose, also as a manager, when you choose an artist, you genuinely need to love their music. You need to be a fan of their music. You have to be a fan of them as a person. You have to be a fan of what they're creating so that you can sell this thing even when you're having a bad day, even when things are looking shaky.
You still believe in it.
You have to believe in it because, like I've been saying, the goals are so big and you're not going to get there by just standing still and just hoping that things are going to fall into our lap and then we're going to go viral one day on TikTok and then everything's going to work out. No, like you have to be prepared for those moments, and you get prepared for those moments through like trials and tribulations, difficult conversations in the beginning on some, okay, what are your expectations of me?
Yeah.
As your thing, as we're getting into this partnership, because I also don't think it's a thing of like, okay, cool, you work for me, do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, we're building something here together. Because I feel like if all of these artists on this side have this goal to be the best artist in the world, it would make sense that you have the best manager in the world.
Yeah.
Because how else did you get there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that means on this side, as managers in the entertainment industry, everywhere we are, we have to strive for that. We have to be connecting. We have to be talking to each other. We have to be talking to our artists about, okay, bro, how are you feeling today? Like, tickets aren't selling. What can we do about it? Versus I'm also pushing here, I'm making sure press, whatever. Like, it's a thing of like, it is teamwork at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's not teamwork that the end consumer might necessarily see. And they don't need to see that. Because once you've built that relationship with that person, they know that you're showing up every day. Because it's not, for me, it's not about that money that we made now or from that gig or from that. Bro, like, me and Tashinga need to be in Ibiza together listening to music that he made.
Yeah.
That's the goal, bro.
Yeah,
James needs to sell out the O2. That's the
Come
goal,
on.
bro. Alex needs to make R&B mosh pits with thousands of people. That's the goal. So, like, I can't even fathom us taking shortcuts now, because how the hell are we going to get there if we take shortcuts already? You know what I mean? Like, the goals are huge, but they're supposed to be huge, bro.
For real. It's supposed to make you shake.
They're supposed to make you wake up with sweats, bro.
Is today Thursday? Today Saturday.
Bro, it's Monday, bro. It's Monday.
For real, man. Have you ever gone to an artist and be like, hey, dog, your sound here, dog, it's not it, hey? Are those the type of tough conversations that you need to have? Because I don't lie, there are some times where you could get to like, I know as an artist you have to be Delulu, I get it. But sometimes your sound is just...
It's a great question. And I think one of the things that I'm grateful for, and I find it out whenever one of my artists is either DJing or performing, these guys are talented, bro. Like, I get nervous, and I was telling Lucanio's manager, Alexander Brand, the other day, I was like, bro, do you get nervous when like he gets on stage? And I'm like, nah, that's his department. But like, I get nervous because I care so much. But then I feel stupid when they start killing it because I'm like, oh shit. This is what they do. The way I show up for my work and I'm trying to kill it, they're doing the same in this department. So I'm very grateful that my artists are talented.
Yeah.
And now when we get into, okay, have we ever had conversations on some, I don't think this slaps like that? To be honest with you, that's not my job.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
It's not your department.
It's not my department. My department is how do I sell this thing?
For real.
Because at the end of the day, when they created this art, and that's also another thing, like we're not supposed to create this art to get X amount of numbers on Spotify or X amount of numbers on TikTok. You should be creating this art for you, telling your story or getting you to the next step. I just need to facilitate and funnel that through.
Yeah.
Like, I'll obviously sit in sessions and be like, okay, how do you feel about this? What do you think like that? I haven't been in a situation with my own artists where I'm like, ish, I don't know about that one. But with one of my friends, and this is also the thing where these guys are so good at their thing and their department that they will convince you too. Cause like we did a show earlier in the year, Chamomile Live,
all right,
with Sishi, and he dropped this like indie, I don't want to say like rock, but like he dropped this indie rock song called Santi's Apartment that him and Abo made when they were in LA, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, this slaps, but I have no idea how you guys are going to sell this. Like I was telling Milan, I was like, bro, I don't know how you're going to sell this. Like we have to go to Cape Town and make sure it's on KFM and like we're getting that kind of demographic in. And Sishi was like, bro, trust me. Cool, we're doing the show, get the set list. The song is on last. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't know. Like the song just came. I
don't know, bro.
The song just came out. Like, I don't know if you should do it last. Like, everyone's there, going to be there for Ngege. And he's like, bruh, trust me. I'm like, hey, your department, bro, got this. We go through the show. There's ebbs and pains in the show, but overall, it's a success. And then we get to, he does Ngege before the last song. And when he performs Ngege, everyone is singing and it's a vibe. And in my head, I'm low-key thinking, ish, we could end it right here. But then the next song, he performs Santi's Apartment. And when I tell you, the way he performed it, the way the band, bro, he left, everyone was still singing the song, bro.
Yeah.
The song came out, 2 weeks ago? You know what I mean? So like, as an artist, you also, as a manager, you need to trust your artist because he has a certain vision for what he wants to create for his supporters. Because I feel like, as an artist, you need to know exactly who's going to be front row of your show. You need to know those people. You need to know exactly how they think so that you know exactly how to serve them the product that they want to consume.
Yeah.
So when I saw that moment, I even told them afterwards, I was like, you're right, bro. You were right. Because like it left something special with everyone there. Like the videos afterwards, shout out Abo Boy, made amazing after movies. It captured the moment so well because it was a thing of like, at the end of the song it says, I want to jump on the ceiling. Now imagine that 200 people, almost Travis Scott mosh pitting, saying they want to jump on the ceiling. Like it's a moment that you share together. Yeah. And that moment is curated by the fact that this artist knew that, hey, if I'm on my A game, if I bring it like this for my people, they're going to eat it up. They're going to eat it up. Just put me in the position to shine, bro. I got this. That's all you got to do as a manager, bro. Yeah. Put them in a position to succeed. And then if you trust your artist, if you back your artist, which you should, because you're in this partnership, they will succeed. I genuinely do believe that.
Woo! That's a word right there. That's fire, man. I love this conversation, man. Because
bro, I'm enjoying talking to you, bro.
You shout out to you, bro. You don't get many. I think he's the second artist manager we've had, and you don't get that perspective, So then, it's actually.
I'm actually curious. What perspective would you say is like the mainstream or the more popular perspective then?
In what case? What you mean?
In specifically like as artist managers, because you're saying mine is niche per se. Yeah.
Managers, man, like we mentioned it a little earlier that if you're a terrible manager, you could really ruin your artist. I've seen that so many times, through obviously through events and having to talk to managers, certain people, and all that. And I'm like, okay, does the manager's point of view really reflect what the artist really wants?
Or is it what the manager wants?
Yeah, or is this just the manager talking right here? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times I've spoken to managers, it's like that. I'm like, dude, let me just move aside. Let me talk to the artist. And we click like this, bro. 2 minutes, we're done, sharp, we're good. Let's move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so having like a manager like you, like a person that genuinely looks out for the artist. As you say, you don't choose the artist; the artist actually chooses you. And it's crazy, man. It's important, and I think it's an important thing for artists or for managers to actually to catch that spirit, to do what's best for the artists, because the artists could start starving, bro. A lot of artists are starving because of the managers.
Yeah, I had this. I had a conversation with shout out Sigwabs in Cape Town, amazing house DJ.
Yeah.
But he was talking about because I was like, bro, you're almost there via versus you're just missing talent now because you throw amazing events. You have and he was like, bro, having someone's career in my hands, I can't do that. And I was like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Like, obviously, it's the truth. And like you said it now, was just like they literally could be starving.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things there is that you need to have honest conversations about where we're at right now and what we're going to do to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Whether that's getting food on the table, what you're getting, whatever we're doing to get to there. Because bro, I don't know how many jobs. Alex is when is this podcast gonna come out?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay. I think they would have launched by now. Alex is literally a CFO at Makeovers. So I feel like as an artist too, Verge acts, Tash does 10 million things. James is a full-time content creator.
Yeah.
And one of the off things of that is making R&B music.
Yeah.
So I do feel like specifically in the creative economy, to make that buck, you need to diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's good at one thing. You can hone in your skills with editing. Did you I'm not sure if you do the editing yourself.
I do. Really. I had to learn to do that shit.
Same, bro. Where it's the thing of now you've edited so many podcasts where you can put editor in your CV.
For real.
And literally the proof of the work is on the internet with the views. All of it.
What I do.
This is what you do. Yeah. You're not making it up, bro.
Yeah.
So I feel like those honest conversations are needed so that it's a thing of okay, we're trying to get to selling out the O2. How do we get there? Okay, cool. Right now we need food on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now we need bookings. Okay, cool. Let's take it a step at a time too. That step can be all done in one day.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next step the next day. Or it can be done over 3 months. But they're not done at all if you don't have the conversations with these artists to understand exactly how they're thinking. I know right now, James is making content. I know right now, Tash is gigging.
Yeah.
Right now, Alex is at a meeting. Verge right now, okay, Verge is getting ready to get married, guys. That one will excuse, guys. But it's a thing of I genuinely feel like you need to have the passion and understanding of these people to get them to these places that they want to get to. Because they don't want to get down the road. Anyone can take them there. They can take themselves there. But you're part of this team now to get these big things. And there's so many artist managers that inspire me because of their stories and their journeys and how I feel like as a creative and just being in entertainment, it's not a straight path. You don't go study this, study that, do that, and then boom, we're famous, we're done.
Yeah.
It's ebbs and flows, it's ups and downs.
Yeah, you got to go with the flow, yeah.
And we don't all talk. At least now we've got amazing platforms where we can have these kinds of conversations, and we can be like really like poignant and like honest about our journeys. But like it's still not enough yet. Like, and some people that have made it, or quote unquote have made it, aren't necessarily have the platforms to share that kind of knowledge, so that the next person or the next crop of like artist managers or podcasters or artists know that, okay, cool, this is a path I can take. Maybe I don't want to take that path, but at least my mind is open to knowing that, oh, okay, paths exist to get to where I want to go. Exactly.
For reals. That's fire, man. That's great. That's great. I love it. But in terms of what did I want to ask?
Don't worry.
I wanted to go back to like one of the things that you have on your CV, which is poetry.
Ooh.
Are we getting a poem? But no. Where did the passion for poetry come? Because I've seen a few of your clips also come up, you know, and you're also heavy into like poetry and stuff. I think you did your first reading this year on the PNC podcast.
Yeah, it was on the Gen C podcast.
Gen C,
and I did the reading there. But like so my love for poetry, I think originally. And it ties into the story earlier where I'm talking about like my family and whatnot, because my mom is an English teacher. So I've always had that in the household where it's on some, you can't do badly in this one because it's just like you have no excuse kind of thing. And she's always there to help. But I always enjoyed creative writing. In
creative writing, hey.
Bro, in primary school, in high school, the marks did not reflect how much I was enjoying it, but I kept doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I took a little bit of a break during university because I was entering a new environment. Also, degree was numbers. I wasn't in the arts. And then 2020 hit. Another thing that came up. Yes. Yes. And at the time, I just needed an outlet.
Yeah.
You're not your friend isn't like, you can't go and ding them, you know what I mean? And like I don't want to get lost in Netflix like everyone else. So I started writing again. Because I hadn't picked up a pen in a while. But I was struggling at the beginning, and one of my boys, shout out Abo Boy, was like, yo, bro, if you're struggling with it, this is what I use to write. And kind of the method is you put on a timer, 60 seconds, and then you just write whatever the first thing that comes to mind in those 60 seconds. And then you think, and then you look at what you've written, and usually there's a point that you can start building something with, whether it's a story or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then funny enough, when Alex also started making music and started writing at the time, we used the same thing, and we kind of like started writing together. So through there is where I kind of fell in love again with the passion, because I just used it as an outlet. Whenever I was feeling down, when I was feeling sad, or whenever I didn't know what I was feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how the words, like the answers were in the words. And then kind of after that, I continued doing it to myself, and then sharing with my friends, sharing with my mom. And I would always get like positive feedback.
Which is key, right?
Which is key.
You need that.
You do need affirmation. You do need positive affirmation to be like, okay, I'm on the right path. You know? But after that, it was a thing of like, okay, where else can I take this thing? And I think it might have been the time where I just left Arion Power. Yeah, I think I just left Arion Power. So I was literally also just left Arion Power, and just before Tash had rung my line, I'm just throwing shit at the wall. So that's the time where
sticks.
Exactly. Like I think you genuinely need to do that in life. Like life is so long. Like when I'm 80, best believe I tried everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. Why didn't I like that? Because I tried it when I was 27. And like I can tell you exactly why I didn't like that. And then I started sending my poetry to publishers to just get their thoughts. I think, it first started with me looking for a community to share my poetry. because I was ready to like, okay, no, like I share with my friends and whatnot, and like I put some stuff online, but I was like, you know what, I'd love a community. I'd love us to sit and like dissect what this poet meant in this. I think I missed that from English class. And then one of the like the people that I reached out to was like, yo, bro, this is like really dope. And then time afterwards, because I did those reach outs and then like I'd forget about them and I'd do them from time to time and I'll just continue writing. Time afterwards, I get an email and like, yo, come pick up your book. What's this? It's ready here in Cape Town, here in Joburg. Just let us know when you come to get it. Like, huh?
You wrote a book?
But my poetry is in the published work.
Oh, it's in the published book.
Yes.
Oh, I think I read it.
So now I'm like, what? So I think I pick it up and it was kind of an awe-inspiring moment because it was one I've always wanted to be published, because a lot of like when we talk about all these goals being so big, I do see everything, even if it's just in my mind, what the finished product looks like. So like if I'm gonna start taking photos, I want to photograph like this one day. Yeah. Or if I was just managing an artist, I want to sell out a stadium one day. You know, like these are the kinds of things that I think so. And it was the same with poetry. Like, cool, I'm writing and it is this outlet that will always be for myself. But one day I want to be published, you know? And then it happened. And I was like, whoa, like, this is wow, I can bottle up this feeling and think like I can take a sip of this every day.
Yeah.
And then I wanted it again. And there's something that, I'm even struggling to describe it now.
Chasing the feeling.
Not even just chasing the feeling, but like there's something about putting out something that's yours and having it live on its own. And then it comes back and finds you in ways that you don't even expect, man. Like I think I said this on another pod, but like I was chatting to someone. I think he's a vendor for some of our events. Shout out Shumba, makes amazing food. And he quoted some of my poetry to me. And at first I looked at it and I was like, wow, this guy's spitting bars right now. Where did he get this from? And then I was like, whoa, like these are my words. Yeah, like this is me. And I actually can't even imagine how it must feel for my artists where hundreds, thousands of people, these are the lyrics, bruh. You were in the studio, you didn't know what rhymed with this, and then you think that now you're on stage and people love it. Like it was, and that's never something that I've necessarily chased. Like that's not my bag. Like I don't want fame like that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of shout out to the work. On some, bro, we see you. That is dope. It made me feel like, wow, like this is nice. This is cool. You know, not necessarily I can get used to it, but like let me chase different things that get me this feeling again. Yeah. You know, and also get other people this feeling again, so that you can understand that okay, there's different ways to kind of get these things out of my life. You know. Yeah. But I feel like there's 100%. I feel like there's a lot of people around, especially with being in South Africa and the youth unemployment being a certain type of way, and you gotta be creative. You gotta be creative, but also you gotta hustle, man. Yeah. And through that hustling, you can find times where you're down and out, you're feeling depressed, there's no hope, and it sounds cliche and whatnot, but like you don't want to hear someone tell you just work hard, just get up and keep going. It's just like, bro, I've heard that these last 30 days that were terrible. What's going to change in the 31st day? And I think when I've had those moments, the answer for me was community. It's the people that are around you, not for anything, but just for you.
Yeah, wow, bro. That's shout out to community right there.
Bro, community is everything. Community saved my life, man.
Hey.
Thank you, live studio
community. Give us, what is the best line that you've ever written, like in your poetry?
Oh my goodness, bro.
What comes to mind right now?
That is an impossible question, man.
Okay, the one that guy was saying back to you.
That's also an impossible question, bro. Now, can I use my phone?
Yeah.
Because I think there's definitely something there in limbo that just, because I don't know if you feel this type of way about something you create, and then you create it and it's just like, that is not the one.
Everybody feels like that, bro. A lot of times.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely the stanza in limbo where I was like, yo, this guy was spitting. So like I say, so Limbo is pretty much a poem that I wrote that got published, and it kind of takes you through I've never actually explained it on a pod. Like the actual poem, but like it kind of takes me through takes you through a dream. And a little bit of a nightmare, but a recurring nightmare. Wow. And like a huge point of like my poetry, or I think art in itself, it needs to be reflective and real. Yeah. Like it's very hard for me to write about something that I've never experienced, or unless I'm writing about, okay, I sat down for an hour and this guy really spoke to me about this and I could empathize to that level, but I genuinely need to think it. So this one is this is the second last. Actually, let me just read the whole thing. May I read the whole thing? Go. Yo, back to back. Sheesh. Okay, so this is Limbo by Thembalethu Hadebe. My cold palms caress a wobbly wheel, my frame frozen by a harness, my mind wandering as aimlessly as the steel steed, a road familiar yet not. A racket continues to resonate. What is that noise? The ringing repeats in the remoteness. It compels me to accelerate forward into doom. I wake abruptly. My alarm's distant echo is finally a thundering thud. I am late again. The final straw to be picked by thy maker. Each drop from the showerhead sends shivers after shiver. The controller's calls are missed. The disciple's coffee is spilt. Keys misplaced and order erased. Through the unforeseen chaos, I emerge on my leathered helm, praying all my hindrances away, while my metal mound is under my reckless rule. An acquainted course is violated. All road rules have no room. I spur past the final hurdle. The amber fanes as I cross, forward into doom.
Whoop, whoop. Come on now. How does that feel, man? Was this your first time?
It's my second time, but it feels different from the first time even. Because like
it's the first time on the Quite Ordinary podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
first
sir.
time here, so
because also and I think this touches on the point that we spoke about earlier, like you never know what's just action would create. Like I never, when I wrote poetry high school, in my adulthood, I never thought I'd be saying it to people. You know, like reciting it to people.
You're published, man.
I know, but like it's different, you know. And like different. I think that muscle, I definitely am gonna take my time with regards to thinking it. But it is a good feeling because it's like it's therapeutic, and it also kind of puts me back in the shoes that I was when I was writing it. Yeah. Because I don't know if other writers feel a certain type of way, but I have blocks all the time. And I have blocks because I'm doing a lot of things at once. So that thing might fall lower on the plate. And like I said before, I'm extremely passion driven. So I'm only going to do something if I really want to do it. So I'm only managing artists because I really want to manage artists and I really believe in what we're doing. I'm only in entertainment because I really believe in everything that is South African, African, and beyond. I'm only a podcaster because I love the stories that are told through this platform more than anything else. I'm only a poet because of the story. I think story is tied into everything. So with all of those things, like sometimes I will dial all the way into one and need to be like, okay, I still need to do this and I still need to do that. Also, because like in some multiple streams, you know, like you have to make sure that everything else is grand. I have no idea what point I was getting to, but like I really loved reading the poetry on the thing. I really love reading your poetry on reading my poetry on the pod, bro.
Fire, man. I love it.
Thank you for opening the platform for that. I really
no
appreciate
problem, bro. Always. I think we've come to the preachy segment, all right, which is like
Pastor.
one of our last ones. Last one still, or we've come to the end probably. So in this segment, obviously, I would love for you to leave something motivational for the kids out there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
for
to
the
kids.
ordinaries, you know? Yes, sir.
Wow. I think this life thing isn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be easy. It's nothing that you see in movies or it's built up to be. It's exactly what you can make it up to be. You might not know that today. You might not know that next week. You might not know that even in a year's time. But the pursuit of knowing it should be able to keep you going. The community, the people around you, contributing to what they're contributing and them contributing to you. That kind of ecosystem and that relationship, I think, is genuinely what makes us human. You know, before we were fighting wars, we were in communities. We had together. We were sharing stories. All of these things have always happened. You know, we just added a little bit of technology now. We're adding AI, all these kind of things. But that crux of community is there, and that crux of storytelling, that crux of you being you. So I think that those young kids out there, take your time in finding what gives you life.
Yeah.
And once you find that thing, keep going towards it, because then it's going to start feeding back to you.
Come on. Fire, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, bro.
It was fire, bro. I love this episode. It was a fire episode.
When this episode is out, you have had a successful event in Cape Town, my brother.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you again for helping us put that together, man.
Still gonna help you even more, brother.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to working together. Shout out to Moonlight and West. Shout out to the Ordinaries. Yeah, man. When this episode drops, we would have had only alter egos, you know, that has a stellar lineup, man. I don't know, lie, I'm impressed. You know, the lineup is fire. It's cool.
Yeah, well done, Doug.
Well done to you. Well done to us. You know, at Moonlight and West. It's a crazy lineup. It feels good. I don't know lie. I put myself in the event before the event is even there, and
that's important.
It feels good. Yeah. So yeah, man. It's gonna be fire. But again, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through, man. It's been a pleasure. Obviously, it won't be the last time. Obviously, we're gonna have you guys back. You know, the posties. You know.
Say less,
and yeah, it's gonna be fire, man.
It's a family now, bro.
Exactly, man. You've been inducted into the Ordinaries.
I'm part of the Ordinaries, baby.
Well, shout out to you, man. Shout out to the Ordinaries. Subscribe as always. Follow us on all our socials. Follow him, and yeah, man. All the socials will be there. All these links, and yeah, man. Shout out again, and to the next one. Shout out.
Yes, sir.